Hero quest?
What's wrong, Commander?
Oh, it's you guys. The Pharaonis was heavily damaged during the battle, do you remember? As a result, some of our remote-administrated autolevs aren't responding to transmitted instructions.
I'm not 100% on the techno-babble, but that doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I've sent some of our tech guys over, so we'll know soon enough.
Do you really need the machines? Are you thinking there might be another battle?
It's nothing like that, I assure you. Colony Lambda's now focused on ether mining, and...
What was that? We just received word of a tunnel collapse.
What? I'll be there ASAP. Are the troops assembled?
They're all in position.
Then go on ahead. Sorry about this, after you took the trouble to come all the way here.
Commander, please let us lend a hand.
Only if you're sure. But your help will be welcome.
Roger that.
Let us temporarily join the party.
Let's hurry into the tunnels.
So I ask this sometimes to, like in various streams, and I'm always curious to see what people think. What do you think sounds more urgent? A, I need to get there as soon as possible. B, I need to get there ASAP. Tell me your answers. Gyre Flow. Buff debuff regenerate. AoE around user. Medium. Heals nearby allies. Physical defense down. Mirror trap. Counter heal. What does that mean? The bind. Soulfire heals all allies when art hits to a maximum of 150% of healing power. What does counter heal?
Mirror trap. Mirror trap.
Buffing an ally boosts damage dealt by 25%. That's really good. Extends duration timers of debuffs applied to enemies by 40%. That's really good. Extends duration of buff effects issued by self. Very good. 80% chance to grant all allies attack up on a preemptive attack. What's a preemptive attack? I have not been able to back attack anything preemptively. Like, how do I get out of here? Getting sap there is more important, obviously. But there's no sap in as soon as possible. So that doesn't work. See what you tried to do, but I'm too smart for you, lad. There's somebody over here that I could talk to. Tanya. Are you headed for Kevez's castle? Kevez's castle. If so, you'll want to ascend the Great Falls and then cut through Maktha Wildwood.
We have some new names registered.
Maktha. Oh yeah, I saw Shijima going into the tunnels earlier. Tunnels? What's he gone and wandered in there for? Suppose he might have some business out the other end of them. we know things.
Do people have to make so much
I
noise?
want to see if any of these are not side quests. Okay. Got 2 of them. Not gonna worry about that right now. Man, it's hot. Ever since I decided to stand up.
I definitely feel stronger.
Guess the lights are in closer proximity to me. Save.
It's vital to keep a record of events.
The Strategos.
Alright, let's get going. Time's a wasted.
He even has a sapping strength ability. You silly, silly person. Not sure how I'm supposed to get there. Go quest route. Alright. This is helpful. Turn it off now. It's like a cave over there. Will I remember that for next time? Maybe not.
The upper level of the Great Falls, eh? Could we get there by clambering up Colony Lambert?
Maybe you and Sen are good.
What's that device? Looks like it's still usable. Who wants to do the honors?
I think this is how it goes.
Okay. Have it.
Hooray. Oh, if I jumped over there, I could probably get that. Let's go ahead and get that right now.
Noah, would you mind?
Apparently standing up is a horrible idea.
Huh? Is that...
Sure, we'll walk up this real quick.
Now to ascend.
Guessing it's a top dog up here. Perfectly perched on this little pedestal. Maybe not. Perfectly perched pedestal.
Better give it a good once over.
The tunnels are up ahead.
Squeezy line. Oh, cheesy line. Ooh, it's
I'm your guy.
I'll do my best.
Gonna blast them into next week.
We'll run into any issues. First blood.
I got something for you. Thanks for the support.
Hang of this. We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gall.
save real quick.
Just part of the protocol, innit?
The tunnel walls should have been stabilized. What happened?
Hey, look over there.
It's collapsed. Ah! We got monsters!
They must have been living in a place with elevated ether concentration, then found their way in here.
We better get there quick.
But there's no direct path there. We'll have to go around.
You've got Levnesses, don't you? Wanted to make short work of these things. But we need permission from each squad's leader to activate a Levnis.
Oh, come the snuff on. This is an emergency.
You stay here on standby. There might be another collapse, so we'll go on alone.
But Commander!
Execute a partial evacuation once the tunnel mouth is secured. Coordinate with the medic corps and treat any wounded. Now, these are special orders for which I take full accountability. Inform the other troops.
Yes, sir.
Now, all of you.
We'll be fine, Commander. You can count on us.
Understood. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. We want to reach the cave-in. First off, we'll need to find a way up.
Oh, I'm just gonna go grab this real quick.
This should prove useful later.
There's something over here with a bunch of level 40. What you got? No. I don't know if I care about fighting all. Alright, what are they gonna do? Like push these over or something?
Here we go!
She's pushing it with one hand. First of all, there's no way that you're pushing this. You're crazy. Second of all, you're crazy.
Gonna blast them into next week.
We can do it, no doubt about it!
Demolition!
Nothing a bit of teamwork couldn't handle.
Whatever happened to not being careless?
You beat them. Fuck a fool. Anybody want to pop out here and say what's up? No? Alright. We'll get you then.
It'd be rude not to.
Alright, so I should be able to just teleport over there. Right. No. Gotta do this
Let's
the
use that
hard
elevator.
way. Excuse me.
Push this thing here and...
You're kind of on the ramp there. It's very much in the way.
We can use this to get up above.
Oh, you're like actually in the way.
Gonna blast them
Alright,
into
I guess
next
I'm
week.
killing you.
We can do it, no doubt.
Break!
Eat it.
Reversal end!
Overform!
Got you.
We've got them pinned to Dark Banner! Myopic screen!
Too easy.
Way too
Come
soon.
after me, hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
I haven't seen this healer guy really do much of anything, so I'm not 100% sure how his capabilities lie. Oh, I could have just teleported up there. Derp, derp.
This was a nice find!
Getting dark already.
Oh, that's a rare one. Not to worry, just stick to the plan.
Aggroed me. You aggroed me? Get out of here. Oh, a convenient ladder right here.
Hop, hop, hop.
I don't know if that was there before.
Come to uni.
Come to uni. Right way? Guess so.
Oh, look at that!
Feels like the wrong way. Ah, here we go.
Once we're off the next elevator, we should be right there. Come on, let's get to it.
At this point, you're just wondering when Baldi's gonna build us a giant robot? I mean, they're already building it. Problem is it needs 10 stages of materials to be turned in, and we're at stage 3 right now. A lot of work, a lot of materials. See, what if I want to push this side?
Here we go.
You are pushing the other side. Alright. Can't choose what side I push.
Can anyone hear me? We're here to help!
Commander! We're safe! No casualties here!
Looks like there weren't too many working this deep inside. I'm glad everyone's unharmed. I didn't think there'd be a cave in here, considering the geology, and with this level of structural support. I suppose the cave wall was weak enough for the monsters lurking there to break through.
When the excavation uncovered an area of concentrated deposits, the monsters that lived there must have sensed a chance.
The ether find is good news, but for now, let's get everyone out.
There might be more monsters. You better keep an eye out.
Noted.
We're close to the site of the cave-in. Let's pick up the pace.
Yes, sir.
Stay out of the shadow. Boy.
This is our first time here, isn't it?
Oh, whack 'em good.
They've been absorbing the ether. Stay on your guard.
Not the ether.
I see you!
After all, there is. Enemies broken away from me. Enemies broken away from me. Put your lights out! It's Falcon!
Brute force is the answer.
Time to win out the big gun! You weren't ready for this!
Finish him!
Having a regenerate on just any attack, or just a regular attack, pretty nice.
That looks somewhat cleaned up.
I guess riding Alevnis meant they avoided any serious injuries.
A little silver lining to a great big cloud. Glad to hear. Tyon? No, all of you. Thanks for your assistance. You saved us.
On the contrary, Commander. We were just following your orders.
Right. We could only react so fast thanks to your quick thinking.
That's about as much as I can do. The people of Colony Lambda, and you as well, all knew what needed to be done. And due to that, the rescue was a success. I can't thank you enough.
You've even managed to secure a nearby ether deposit. I'm a bit jealous.
Yes. Actually, our troops reported a harvestable ether source recently. And with enough resources in the bank, perhaps the colony could have some peace of mind.
I hear a fair few colonies are lacking ether.
Everyone knows that we're nothing without it. Everyone in Lambda knows to be prepared to do anything in their power rather than lose it. By the way, how are your travels?
Our travels?
Sometimes I'm envious of folk like you. Strong-willed and forging ahead.
Oh, well, we're not that.
Actually, I think being a commander is a pretty big deal in its own way, eh?
Smoldering Camaravi and the famed Silvercoat certainly are. But I'm not that kind of lone pioneering type.
I think most people feel the same.
I know my own weakness best of anyone. The day we lost Nimue and you, Tyon, I abandoned all thought. The Consul sensed my weakness, knew I'd pass my responsibility to another, and took merciless advantage of it.
Oh.
That's one thing I learned from losing. Ironically, if I hadn't experienced that loss, I'd never have come to understand this feeling in me. Sorry, no one needs to hear all that. Ah, yes, I owe you all, don't I? Would you come to the commander's office later? I'll be waiting.
You just leave things to me.
I can't get any of those right now. Right now. The only ether Axelrod respects is courtesy of Nod. Yeah, pretty much. That is not wrong. Come, I can't,
We've explored a fair chunk of this.
I wonder, lovely bibliophile, what do you think is the better diss track? Super Ugly or Ether? Or no, it's Takeover, isn't it?
So, I wanted to thank you all somehow.
We didn't lend a hand just so you'd give us something in return.
Too right. We don't expect any thanks.
That may be so, but
Oh yeah, did the thing with the autolevs get sorted out?
I only just got a report saying they don't know why they won't work. After seeing that cave-in, I want to investigate thoroughly. An autolev is vital for that investigation. If we can't bring them back here, they can't be of any use to us.
Here it comes.
I'm not planning on getting you involved for every little thing. I already can't thank you enough for your help with the cave-in.
Excuse me, Commander. I have a report about the autonomous Levnesses.
Any new developments?
Yes, sir. It seems they're operational.
I see.
They wanted you to take a look and judge if they can be used or not, sir.
Roger that. Well, I'm sorry for bringing you all out here. I have to go.
I'd like to come along.
What do you mean?
Oh, good call. I need some closure on this.
We won't get in the way. Is that okay?
As you wish. Then follow me.
I have to walk with you. Just forced your way into my party again, didn't you? Tracks are so savage. You had to choose. Jay-Z lost that one though.
Are we going back
Okay.
to where we fought with Lambda?
I respect it. Guess I'm walking. Ether is so petty and emotionally driven. No, I can agree with that. It is pretty petty. I think what people need to do is, if there's going to be a conversation about all the best diss tracks and whatnot, Tech Nine's Yada Yada Yada, should throw that one in the ring. That's a great diss track. Great beat too.
We don't exactly have what I'd call an open schedule.
Sorry. I know this is selfish.
Nah, mate, I don't blame you.
I may owe Commander Izzard a great debt. But he's also someone I just want to help, even if I didn't owe him. I think every soldier in Lambda probably feels the same.
It sounds nice, doesn't it? Feeling attachment to your colony, to your commander.
Yeah, definitely. What happened?
Hey, is everything okay?
Commander! The Levnesses! They started moving all of a sudden!
What?
And then they just came for us!
But any autonomous unit should have safeguards to stop it attacking us.
That came from right up ahead.
Huh. Lucky thing we tagged along, eh?
Please stay back, Commander. We can take it.
What are you saying, man? I'm fighting. It'd be a lousy example for the troops if I just stood around and stared.
Then let's go!
Hey, is that a cave? Should we go in?
I wonder what's around
It
here.
seems trouble has found us.
Entering this cave is our quest. That was an idea, man. Hilariously enough, female artists don't make diss tracks like male artists. Beyonce would never truly acknowledge someone like that in a song. Can you imagine a Zayd diss track? Zade? I don't know. Never heard of that person before. Honestly, you know, we could use a Beyonce diss track. I'd listen to it. Didn't Lil Kim? Was it Lil Kim? No, it was Remy Ma. Remy Ma dissed somebody. I think Remy Ma dissed Nicki Minaj. And the song was Sheether, coincidentally enough. Oops. Shouldn't have done that.
Waves.
This man's tough!
Can barely put a dent in it.
Oi! The spark you doing?
Concentrate on their power sources.
Where are they?
Finish it up now! Tie on!
Right.
Gotta get that Naruto running.
Look out!
Whoa! Now, tie on! Open fire!
Did anyone see anyone hit a power source?
Nice one.
Brilliant work, tie on.
You shooting machine gun chakrams?
Commander Izzard!
It's over. Feels like all I do is ask you to clean up our messes. Thanks again. If there's anything I can do.
But why did they go berserk?
It might have been set so they couldn't tell between friend and foe once restarted.
You think so? So you're saying that forcing them to restart overwrote the previous instructions?
Oh, man.
I'll have engineering give me the details. We need them in running order, but they can be dangerous tools, so care is paramount. Regardless, let me know if there's any way I can thank you.
We told you before, we didn't do this for any reward.
Won't fly. I can't rest easy knowing I'm this deep in someone else's debt.
If you're going to insist... Do we need anything, guys?
Let me think.
All right, I've got something.
Whatever it is, just say the word. We've put you out of your way.
I want you to fight by our side once more.
Say that again.
I want you to see for yourself that the path I'm walking is the right one, Commander.
Tyon, has this been bothering you?
I understand. My position as commander means I probably won't be able to accompany you at all times. But I pledge myself in Colony Lambda to you, Tyon. No, to all of you. Call me anytime you need me. I'll come running no matter what.
Thank you very much, Commander.
I better brush up on my skills to keep up with you all. Colony Lambda will have to keep up with its current developments too.
We can help you with stuff like that, mate.
Now look here, I can't ask that of you.
Look, we're friends now. Nothing wrong with asking your friends for help.
We're friends, you say. You're incredibly trusting, you know that.
What's that supposed to mean?
We're just helping.
I don't mean anything bad by it. If I need you, I'll ask for you.
Please, call us anytime you need.
I'm a lucky man to have friends like you, Tyon.
Grr.
I will endeavor to assist you.
So it's going to be added to Tyon, who honestly does not need more proprietary hero classes right now, but you know, whatever. We'll work with what we've got. Possesses arts that heal allies and weaken enemies. A highly versatile class with many aces up their sleeve. Apparently there's more in here than meets the eye. Transformers-like.
Is that?
Of this current age, it's hard to argue that a female rapper is better than Nicki Minaj, especially when Nicki is superior to a lot of male artists.
Be at rest.
So I haven't listened to a lot of Nicki Minaj's music, but from what I know of Nicki Minaj, I would say I disagree with that. In my eyes, Nicki Minaj is a pop singer who sometimes raps. And when she does rap, it seems to be very successful. Her verse on Monster with Kanye and Jay-Z, might have been someone else on that track too that I'm forgetting. That verse was one of the best verses I've heard from this unknown person. As a matter of fact, I watched a reaction to a video called Verses That Stole the Show, and Nicki Minaj's was on that video, and I totally agreed with that. Nicki Minaj made that song like what it was, basically. She killed that song. I need to get Homeboy Slice out of my party.
You just leave things to me.
But with that said, I listened to Pink Friday. No. And from what I hear, all of her albums are like Pink Friday, just like pop music. And I'm just like, I'm not with this. I was never a fan of the pop rap fusion, personally. She can definitely rap, but she needs to rap in order to stand toe to toe with other rappers out there. So you guys are working with us on the ether mining, is that right? I wouldn't necessarily say that. It was a minor contribution at best. Well, whatever. If you hadn't lent a hand, we'd have had considerable setbacks for sure. I expect the ether mine's going to be a key asset for Colony Lambda too. So yeah, thanks a bunch for all that. Guess I should have explained by saying these younger, newer artists, both male and female, but you understand what you mean. Okay. Granted, I haven't been listening to a lot of the younger artists either. But, you know, if you were to compare Nicki Minaj to, like, Lil' Kim or something like that, I'd be like, I just don't see how Nicki Minaj tops out the rapping. But then again, Lil Kim, when's the last time Lil Kim put out a project? So maybe Lil Kim has fallen off too. You know, I don't know. Thanks for helping us recover the auto levs. I'll have them up and running in no time. Oh yeah, you think you can pinpoint the problem? Sure thing. I'm the colony technologist. After all, I'll figure it out. Just you wait. Autolevs really are indispensable for Lambda, so I'm itching to get to work. You guys really helped us out big time. Oh, we did? With the tunnel collapse, I mean, and the Autolev stuff. We can even do a bit of ether mining now too, thanks to you lot. Cheers for that.
Always nice to see a new face.
You would never say Nikki is better than Kendrick Lamar. Me not really being a fan of Kendrick Lamar, and I know this is blasphemy. I'm glad we can agree on that. I think Kendrick Lamar is leagues better than Nicki Minaj, of what I've heard from the both of them. Commander Isurd's been starting to spend a fair bit of time away from Colony Lambda lately. Worried the colony won't hold up? No, nothing like that. It's our job to support the commander here, after all. It's a wonder he's able to carry out his own duties on top of all the courtesy calls. We've got to try and be more considerate. Don't want to wear him out any more than he already is. Isurd. When I see Isurd's name and I say Isurd out loud, I think back to Snoop Dogg. And you know how he pronounces words a certain way, like I'm gonna gizzard the wizard or something, like, you know, I don't know. Anyways, there's a song, Welcome to Atlanta Coast to Coast by Jermaine Dupri. And I guess, you know, Ludacris was on that one too. And Snoop Dogg does that. I think he says, like, I'm gonna get in the Isurd, you know, and the gizzard, and so I that just pops into my mind every time I say his name. So you're trying to get to Sword March, am I correct? That's right. Then you'll be passing through Makta Wildwood into Cadencia. It's a hard path to traverse. Be careful along the way. I will lend a hand whenever you require it. That's absurd. Would actually be absurd. Or something along those lines. You know, I'm mild-mannered Clark Kent by day, but listen to some Superman epic level rap at night. I don't know about all that now. Superman level? I enjoy rap. I enjoy hip-hop. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's very enjoyable. But my taste for it, I guess, is what's a good word to describe it?
Think we can get back to the Orion tunnels from here?
We should be able to, but since we're going to the Great Cot Falls, we won't need to at this time.
Not very forgiving, I suppose, is the best way to put it. See, I have about 30 minutes left today if I want to end at 12 hours. I've got 2 side quests in the bank. That I have to visit whatchamacallit for. Okay. Hey, I'm going to stay.
Just part of the protocol, innit?
That's a Sakafu dragon. That go. Make that dragon get skipped.
Wait for a moment.
Such is the officer's duty.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've listened to any.
Using that device should allow us to proceed.
Any
Push this
like
thing
newer
here
rappers
and-
nowadays.
I'm on it. That's the way.
Actually, I did hear a song. Oh, I did hear a song from somebody I've never heard of before, and I would assume that they're fairly new. Hopefully, this cutscene up here will have some voice lines, and I will get the name of them. Maybe I can just squeeze that in since.
I should write this all down.
Okay. No voice lines, no nothing. Just fight the level 30 dragon. Where is...
Sometimes brute force is the answer.
I need to find this rapper. The workday starts in 3 hours. You're calling in. That's understandable. You're not gonna damage me. I'm gonna be safe. You hear tail swiping right now? You missed me. Yeah, the level 3 interlink right now. What's your name? That's the wrong place where I saw it. Do I have aggro? I feel like that's a mistake. I don't know if I can find it.
Would you just die already? Finally. Hey, can we do something about this sparking noise?
How would I know? Just cancel the interlink or something, I guess.
It only starts after an extended period, after our bodies start to heat up.
To me, it sounds like a warning for something.
A warning? What do you think will happen if we leave it?
I don't have much desire to find out.
Think it's something dangerous?
Well, it can't be anything fun. You expect balloons and confetti with that noise?
Maybe not.
It's a really simple name, but...
Oh, too bad, Jay.
Looks like that backfired on you, didn't it? Better be prepared for the consequences.
Really? I was only interested in putting in an appearance. You're making it sound like I took some huge risk.
Oh, come on now, guys. Jay's been on the bench all this time. I get why he might be a little stimulated by a bit of drama.
Well, it was pretty dramatic, I'll give you that.
You seem pleased with yourself.
P.O. N wants to see you.
Does he now?
Is it our turn to shine?
I don't know. I've got zero idea what's going through his brain sometimes.
Not even you?
I'm sure M could tell you. Now that she's shown herself recently.
What could it be? I do hope it's something fun. Let's be off, though.
Right-yo!
Right-yo!
Have a good one.
Have a good two. Now, there's no way I'm gonna find this. Are you tired? A bit. That last monster was really something. But I can deal with it. Yes, well, in that last battle, we all overused our Ouroboros abilities. But all that. Want to avoid interlinking again for a while. Oh, here we go. Good shout. Couldn't we keep going just without interlinking? It comes with its own risks. Small, but risks nonetheless. I'm just asking you to keep it in mind. Sure, whatever. Shall we find somewhere to have a quick rest, then? It appears there should be a good place to take a break up ahead. We'll regroup once we get there. Roger that, boss. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. It was someone with like a super simple name.
Huh? Hear that?
And it was very interesting. The rap style was extremely different from anything that I
Hey, supply drop over there.
remember. But the bigger issue is that I found them on
Let's get it done snappy. We can do it, no doubt.
on a reaction channel.
Come here! I got something for you!
What?
You want to touch me? Oh, we can. Come here! I got something for you!
And I would have to find that reaction channel. Or I found the reaction channel. But I have to find the video. And, you know, it's not like they post one video once for a year, so... And, you know, I don't watch his reaction time very often either.
That was spectacular.
Here is
And
locked.
I was the MVP.
Probably
You're
have
all
to kill all
thinking
these
it.
guys.
Come here, I got something for you.
Cheers, you're a jet.
Enemy's broken away. Come here, I got something for you.
Cheers, you're a jet.
Which is disappointing.
Enemy's broken away from me. I see you.
I'm done. I'd say we were moving in sync, right, Tile?
Come help, Uni. Okay.
Literally 6 a.m. Your schedule for the last week has been ruined and you kind of love it. When they merged, are they mechanical or biological or both? Oh, you are asking the tough questions. The tough questions. Not even I was thinking of that. I have no idea. Probably wasn't one of their more popular ones. Oh. 800,000 views. Take me forever to go through all of these.
An ether channel, isn't it?
This is our first time here, isn't it?
Always a bit of fish. Now I'm annoyed.
It'd be rude
I want
not
to find this. But I'm not going to find it. Oh well. I'll never hear from that rapper again. Ooh, you look like an enemy.
May you sleep peacefully.
Always.
This was
You are a unique at level 32? I should not fight. Much as I want to fight that guy, I need to mark here soon, so I need to find
What's that?
a campsite. There we go. Find one of these.
We got time to kick back a little.
Just part of the protocol, innit?
Nitdo.
I'm starving. Got anything I can eat?
Finally, we can relax.
Ah, there you are. I don't want to mither, but aren't you on tent duty today?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll head back and... What?
It's all finished.
Huh?
We already packed it all up.
Then what was the point of telling me? Don't you have better things to do?
Hey, you owe us one. I'm just joking. Are you okay?
What do you mean, okay?
These last few days, it's been a lot, right?
That's why you're concerned?
Yeah, you got it. We were worried. Your problems are our problems. Just because someone says they're doing okay, doesn't mean everything actually is fine with them.
You know, there's a word for people like you. Busybodies, all of you.
Now, Tyon, that is completely uncalled for.
Huh? You two really must be bored stiff. Good grief.
Everyone needs to let off steam.
Is my life that entertaining to you? I'll allow it.
Hey, that watch.
Our lifetimes run for 10 years only. But this pocket watch has already lived for longer than that, by being passed from Nimwe's hands to mine. What Guernica said to us on that battlefield. I don't know what you made of it exactly, but frankly, to me, it was a load of nonsense. Not even enough to push us together. But that's changed. If Nimwe's life is represented by her dreams, then in remembering those, I carry her life with me. Perhaps now, I can give a purpose to my life. She'd live on if I were to pass her dreams on to others, right?
Heavy.
Also, I've done some thinking. If I had just, say, 10 more years, no, even 5, with just a bit of borrowed time, how many more memories could I fit inside this little pocket watch?
And that's why you're here now?
Well, that's half of it.
What's the other half, then?
Oh, well... In fact, just forget it.
Oh, come on. You've already told us that much. Might as well give us the whole story.
This is just not the place or time for it. That's all.
Lame. Still, it was a nice chat. Dreams in objects. Huh?
What?
Thanks, Tyon. We came here to cheer you up a bit, and got food for thought instead.
Oh, sure. Anytime.
Neo.
Alright, I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm giga disappointed. Unbelievably disappointed. You also want to know why they were fighting over the orb that gave them their powers. You're guessing the console wanted it, but to what end? That we don't know the full answer. The one guy was transporting it, but we didn't get to learn why he was transporting it or any of that. Alright. This
Just part of the protocol, innit?
is where I'm going to call it quits for today. I haven't shut down my computer, by the way, since Friday, and normally I shut it down every day. So this is a very big difference for me. But yeah, so gonna cut up, do renders and stuff like that. I think tomorrow is probably just gonna be a normal day. I'll probably put in 5 or 6 hours. I'll probably put in 5 or 6 hours until work starts, and then I will handle all the work stuff, and then I will try to catch up on all of my uploads. And then Tuesday is Taco Tuesday, so it's probably gonna be like a 4 to 5 hour stream, with potential to come back in the afternoon. And from there, we'll take it by ear, because like I said, I have like meetings and stuff like that. So I can't just keep streaming into work. I have to cut it short. But with that said, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 a.m. Pacific, to continue with some more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. See you the next time I see ya. Peace.